And welcome to your weekly podcast, Talking Science. My name is Willie Chinyamrindi, and I'm your host on this weekly podcast that deals with all matters science in South Africa and beyond. In this week's show, we preview the happenings from the past week, and the story that everybody has been talking about happens to be the matric results. We show you how the different provinces fared, particularly within the maths and science subjects across the country. We then
Audio Jungle.
And the first story that we deal with in our science news on the show, Talking Science, has to do with education. The Minister of Basic Education, Minister Angie Motshekga, has revealed that the matric class rate saw a 72.5% pass rate, up from 70.7% from the previous year, 2015. Now, when we factor out progressed learners, these are being learners who have failed grade 11 more than once, the pass rate actually increases from 76.2%, up from 74% in the previous year, 2015. However, it's not all happiness, because the biggest room in the house is the room for improvement, and the concern has to do with science and mathematics. While there's been a clear statistical increase across most of the country, the Chief Director of Public Exams, Rufus Pollier, revealed that students that excelled in getaway subjects, mathematics and science, happened to be much lower than expected. So in science, 3.7% of pupils who wrote the paper, a total of 7,043 of those received a distinction. And in mathematics, only 3%, or 8,070 of those pupils who wrote the paper, received a distinction. Of those students that wrote maths literacy, only 1.2% of those who wrote received a distinction. Clearly, there's a lot of work that still needs to happen, particularly with mathematics and science. Linked to this story, Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa has congratulated the Free State Province for coming up tops in the 2016 matric results. Here is a soundbite of his speech, courtesy of the SABC.
The year, we say thank you, but we are also saying thank you in anticipation, because having achieved this type of result, we expect much more from you.
That was Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa speaking there, congratulating the Free State Province for coming up tops with a 93.2% matric pass rate, followed by the Western Cape with 87.7% and Gauteng with 87%. Congratulations to the Free State and the class of 2016. And our final story is one that shows you that we can be innovative, especially concerning coming up with ways of saving our planet. This next story comes from Nottingham, England, and places emphasis on thinking outside the box, even within the realm of science. The world has a problem with trash, but the problem is particularly pressing in the country of Egypt, where scientists are trying to develop better biodegradable plastics. And their most promising solution so far, wait for it, polymer derived from shrimp shells. Non-degradable plastic packaging is causing environmental and public health problems in Egypt, including a contamination of water supplies, which particularly affects the living conditions, especially of those of the poor. So this is the role that bioengineers such as Nicola Everett from the University of Nottingham are trying to come up with solutions of saving the planet. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on Talking Science, your weekly podcast dedicated dealing with all matters science in South Africa and beyond.